pretty cool to watch you go around the track, that's for sure. It's a good feeling.
My name's Robbie Lane.
I'm Justin McGinnis.
We are Alloway Art.
I grew up riding motorcycles. I started riding bikes at 5 years old. You know, always played with them, you know, tinkered with them, you know, I mean, from the days of Hot Wheels, the whole livelihood, you know, our whole childhood of all these great toys and these great ideas and playing and just being free, the freedom, bring your creativity to life, you know, and really put it onto, I guess, on a canvas, really.
When I first got into this business, that's what I liked about the whole Harley aftermarket world was it's your bike. And this guy might do 5 of the same things you just did, but you do 2 or 3 things different that you want to do. It's your bike, and there's so much individuality. It's because everybody gets to, you know, tinker and tweak their bike just how they want it.
2020 Road King Special, 114 motor, black wheels. I mean, it's a really good looking bike, but it's really kind of a stripped down version, I think, of the rest of the Road Kings and the rest of the baggers out there.
The whole bagger movement right now is pushing pretty heavy into the performance bagger stuff, which is really cool because we've been pushing that stuff since, I don't know, 2007, my very first bagger. This bike particularly is going to be not only look race, but it's gonna have to race. So we're one of the lucky companies to get picked for invite only to race at MotoAmerica this year at Laguna Seca.
We have our challenges, you know, with the limitations set by MotoAmerica that the bikes have to have a fairing. They got to have stock bags on them. They got to look like the models of which they are, and so that everybody knows they're Harley Davidson motorcycles and that they are of the touring family. So we do have limitations. Now, yes, we get to play within those ranges, but it still leaves us with a little bit of a task to make something that's performance, but still keep those stock components kind of in line with that.
You know, weight's a big thing to reduce, but at the same time, you got to be careful that you don't reduce weight in the wrong place because these things have to be structurally sound, you know, whether it's the forks, the swing arm, or the rims themselves. Yeah, you can cut weight out of the bike. If it's going to implode and destroy the bike and crash the rider, what's the point of the weight savings? So, you know, and these bikes they start out at 791 pounds. So we're engineering backwards, so to speak. We're definitely gonna raise the suspension up. We're definitely gonna get some more ground clearance.
We're gonna move our pegs, our footwear, more to the center of the bike and give the guy his legs up a little bit, give him a little bit more ground clearance that way as well. Obviously do some great suspension. I think suspension is probably one of the biggest things on a motorcycle. It changes everything about it. You know, it doesn't matter, even if the brakes or anything like that, the suspension is key on bikes no matter what, across the board. So I think that's really a big focus for us, is making sure the suspension is gonna be where it needs to be. And then obviously rider comfort. You know, we're gonna have to tailor fit to whoever we're gonna have riding this bike. I really like these. I'm gonna show them. I know we're not making these, but leading edge, beautiful cylinders. This is going to be part of our, you know, 129 kit that's going on the bike. Amazing work right there. So we're excited to get those things put on the bike as well. And then we're going to go with fueling, you know, with their 5, I think it's a 528 cam, you know, and their high oil pump. And they're doing some valve work for us on the heads and doing some head work. So everything's really going to flow very well and all be buttoned together nicely. So it should put out some good power.
I'm really happy with where it ended up. We had a ton of help with this thing, and there's a lot of great ideas, like I said. And when you have all those great ideas and parts and this and that, you never know what the end of the puzzle is going to look like. And for me personally, it exceeded what I expected.
As a rider, it's awesome, man. It's quite a machine to be able to swing a leg over and actually get to go give it some power and run it through the track. It handles great, it corners good, it dives good, and it's got a lot of power coming out of the turns. We've got a lot of bottom end torque with this motor. The top end speed actually picks up really well. The suspension is done really good. The race tech definitely is working out great. And all the swing arm and stuff that Alloway Art's put on this thing is bar none. Dude, this is just version 1.
That's
it will
right.
improve as we both grow, as the team grows.
Absolutely.
The bike will grow, and we'll get more versions slowly.